The market fills the gap, then closes slightly down. Is it time to look higher? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so after falling off a cliff on Sunday night, the market rallied all the way back on Monday to close the gap and then close the day just slightly down. Now, the structure off the lows wasn't perfect, so it does leave us tracking a couple of paths. And I don't think we're ready for that explosion in Wave 3 higher just yet. I'll get into all that in just one second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to track the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so the market just absolutely cratered on Sunday night, but then found its way back to the top on Monday and then settled in. So let's look at the paths that we're tracking on the charts. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute S&P futures chart. Yesterday we zoomed out. Today we are zooming in. So off of Sunday's low, they pushed it up in 3 waves, came back and tested the low here, and then pushed it all the way up to close the gap at the highs. After that, they fell off and then closed it just under the highs of the day. So there is a lot of overlap in this move up, and there's a lot of chop in here. And because of that, it is not an ideal impulsive structure to the upside where we would say maybe this was the bottom of 2 and we're starting 3 up. However, we do have the makings of an expanding diagonal here. So we're kind of tracking 2 paths at the moment. The first would be that the move down overnight on Sunday was the A wave down, and then we got an expanded B wave here that just poked slightly over the highs. Now, if it is an expanded B wave and it does want to go a little bit higher, that's fine. It can do that. I would not expect it to move a lot higher than this high. Okay, so that's the first path that we're tracking, is that this is an A down, B up, and then we would like to see a C down into our support area from this area up here. Again, it can take out this high, but I would like it to not take it out by a lot. Like 4,400 would be the highest I would want to see this go. So the other path we can be tracking here is an expanding ending diagonal for 5 of 1. And if that's the case, okay, that would mean that we would have 1 down here, and then 2, and then this would be wave 3, where I have this 1 for all of wave 1. This would be wave 3, where A is would be wave 4, and then where this tops would be wave 5 to complete wave 1, and I would move the wave 1 obviously over to the top of this move. Because what you have here, the reason we want to go with an expanding diagonal, you have 3-wave patterns everywhere, and you don't have an impulsive structure because of the overlap and then the lack of 5 waves. So you would have up in 1, down in 2, up in 3, down in 4, and they would be working on wave 5 right now, which could take us as high as 44.20 to 44.40. So how do we tell the difference between the two? Well, the first thing is that the B wave may have already topped and we would see a move down from here toward our support box, or it may come up a little higher towards about 4,400 and then start to come down, whereas wave 5 should push well over 4,400 and continue on from there. So that would be the biggest clue. If it directly moves down from this area here where it's at, then it's very likely the B wave is topped, and that's what we're looking at. If it continues higher and pushes over 4,400, then we are looking at a diagonal for wave 5 of 1, and then we would look for our wave 2 pullback. Now, because this top right here only was about a point higher, our support remains the same for now. However, if this does push up in a higher wave 5 in a diagonal, then our support will move up, adjusting to where the top of that wave is. So those are the 2 main patterns that we are tracking right now on the S&P 500. This expanded B wave, where we would get C down into our support box, or this expanding ending diagonal in 5 that would push us up over 4,400, okay, giving us the top of wave 1 there. All right, on the NASDAQ, again, a very similar pattern on the NASDAQ, but slight difference in the NASDAQ, as the B wave has already pushed well above the high of wave 1. So I would not want to see another high here as a wave B. I would then count that as wave 5 of 1 and move this one over, okay, to complete that diagonal pattern here if we continue to move up. So that's really what we're looking at on the NASDAQ, is can they hold this high and push down? If so, that's going to be considered our C wave. If they can't hold this high and move up, then it looks like we're going to have a diagonal up for wave 1. Now remember, guys, the hallmark of diagonals ending is that they reverse very strongly. If you remember down here at the bottom, we got a little move up, retested the lows, and then reversed very strongly up out of there because this was a diagonal coming down. So if this is going to be a diagonal going up to complete wave 1, we would expect a sharp fall off for the A wave moving down, and then B and C down into our support box. So that's really what we're looking at for the NASDAQ. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. Okay? Head on over there and check out our membership plans. We have 2 amazing plans and they both come with a 7-day free trial. Okay? So I want you to come in and check it all out before you ever pay a penny to make sure you love it and it's everything you want it to be. And we have 2 amazing trading rooms in there. The first one is my room, the Invest with Jacob room. You get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. Okay? In that room, we only trade the SPY and the QQQ. If you're looking for individual stocks as well as an incredibly talented trader who absolutely crushes the market, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. There, you get my room, okay, plus you get everything in his room, which is his reduced risk trading. He uses a binary trading method that's very unique and very successful. He uses it to crush the market, and he trades on individual stocks and the indexes, including the S&P and the QQQ and the IWM. So 2 amazing rooms here, guys. You get a 7-day free trial for each of them, or if you get PT's room, you can do a 7-day trial and try out both and decide what you like. Okay, guys, key takeaways for today. We're waiting to see how this move up plays out. If they have already topped and we start to move down, we're going to call it an expanded B wave and have an ABC down into our support box. If they continue higher, okay, up over 4,400, then we would be looking at this being the top of wave 1 with a diagonal ending in 5 and a sharp decline after that. For the NASDAQ, we would like to see the high already in if they're going to have a B wave up here. If they take out this high, it's going to be more likely we're going up in the diagonal to complete wave 1 and then see a sharp drop off back toward our support box from there. All right, guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.